Thank you very much, Cyril, and good afternoon, Your Excellencies. All of you are excellent here, my fellow Rotarians and dear honored guests. Also, I thank you and UNESCO for the opportunity to speak today. My name is FUTA. Many of you know me as the past General Secretary of Rotary International. For the past few years, I have served as Dean of the Rotary Representative Network. We help to tell Rotary's story and advance Rotary's humanitarian interest among key influences in the international community. Rotary's goal is to demonstrate how the ideals embedded in the concept of service above self can literally change the world. Today I'm going to talk to you about the important role that partnerships can, will, and must play in order to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. But before I do this, I heard, and I pay attention to these things, that I heard from moderator Gerard that it's quite difficult sometimes to moderate a session that takes place after lunch, so late in the afternoon, because people tend to fall asleep after lunch. So we're going to try and get you up, and the moderators and coordinators always hate when I do this. You know, they give me a script, and when I don't use it, they get nervous. So, time to get nervous, folks. All right, in this audience, I'm going to teach you English. But I'm going to teach you one nice word in English. But I need you to follow instructions and to follow me, and I'll guarantee it'll work. Whenever you feel tired, whenever you feel lack of energy, whenever you feel kind of down and unmotivated, we need to have a method to motivate you. And this is one method I find in working with young people, and I love working with young people. Thank you, young people, for being here. And now, if you listen to the instructions, and this is real simple, even Rotarians, longer time Rotarians, chronologically enhanced Rotarians can follow these simple instructions. I want you all to stand up, please. Stand up, that's a simple instruction. Stand up, please. All Rotarians, this is a trying to get you awake moment. Stand up, raise your right hand in the air, high in the air, and when I say, I want you to bring your hand down with a fist, when I say now, with a fist, and you say 3 times, you're going to bring your hands up and down 3 times, and you're going to say the English word. I know there's a French word and all kinds of words. You're going to say yes, yes, yes. All right? So that's simple. All right, everybody hear me? Everybody ready? Yes! 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 Yes. Another time. All right, let's go. Go for it. 1, 2, 3. Yes! 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 Are you awake? Are you happy we learned an English word? My friends, we are all too familiar with the challenges. Serge was so nervous he left the stage and came back already. We are all too familiar with the challenges we face. Over 60 million people displaced by conflict and violence. 767 million still living in extreme poverty more than 3 million dying of preventable disease each year. And of course, we face the triple threat of climate change, food insecurity, and terrorism. The sheer magnitude of suffering fills our TV screens and comes across our news feeds daily seems truly overwhelming. We need to say yes, yes, yes after that. For obvious reasons, many people tune out or unplug or disengage when they get so depressed with this news. But as Rotarians, we do not turn away. We engage. We reach out and we talk to each other. And then we talk to the people that we know, networking. And we start strategizing and working to figure out what together we can do to create change. As Rotarians and as individuals, we know that we can't solve these problems alone. We need to work together and build bridges of partnerships that can be beneficial to all. And here again, I have another comment. I have a comment for the people in the audience that asked earlier, what can we do now? Why do we have to wait? Well, I'll tell you what we can do now. I'll tell you what you can do now. What we need you to do is sorry. They're getting all telling me don't go. What we need you to stay with us. I know that sometimes it seems like we're not doing things fast enough. But translation. Sorry folks, I know about the interpreters. Sorry interpreters. But I get so carried away sometimes that I need to wander around. All right. We need you to stay involved. Why? Because you bring an important element to the table of Rotary. This is what we've been missing for a long time, or sometimes we've been missing it. I shouldn't say that. We need your passion. We need your belief. We need your energy. We need your push. Folks, what I'm saying is we need you. Hang in there with us. Wait with us. Serve with us. And together we can do it. Believe me, it will happen. Because that's what Rotary is not a noun. Rotary is a verb. We're known by what we do and how we do it and the actions we take. And so that's part of this partnership talk, folks. Not on the script, but that's what we're calling on you, our own Rotarians, our own passionate Rotarians. Partner with us and stay with us because we can't do it without you. We absolutely can't do it without you. So, that's my aside. It made me think when I was talking about we need you in partnership. We really do. So what you need to do, those people that say, well, what can we do right now? You can hang in there and share your passion right now, right as we go outside the door. That's what we need, folks. Okay. During a historic summit in 2015, they're all relaxed now, the United Nations adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. At the heart of this agenda lie the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, an expansive framework for improving the quality of life on this planet within a generation. This is an ambitious goal, covering everything from reducing hunger and poverty and providing quality education and ensuring access to clean water. The Sustainable Development Goals closely mirror Rotary's own areas of focus. A central pillar of both the SDGs and Rotary's own humanitarian objectives is recognition of the critical importance of developing mutually beneficial partnerships between governments, civil society organizations like Rotary, and the business community. At Rotary, we believe that innovative partnerships which engage local communities in educational projects and facilitate local ownership of sustainable projects have a better chance of success. In fact, to match the ambition of the 17 SDGs, they offer a model for cooperative problem solving as no single author, whether government or multilateral organization, can alone effectively achieve these targeted goals. And the best example of a partnership that has made a lasting positive impact on communities around the world is Rotary's led effort to eradicate polio. Yes. Yes, yes. In 1985, we had the audacity to take on this preventable disease, which struck hundreds of thousands with the launch of our Polio Plus program to protect children via mass vaccination. But we knew we couldn't do it alone, so we spearheaded the Global Polio Eradication Initiative in 1988. The partners in the Global Polio Eradication Initiative include the World Health Organization, UNICEF, the Center for Disease Control, Rotary International, and more recently, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative is the most successful public-private partnership for global health, including over 20 million volunteers and most of the world's governments. Today, as a result of Rotary and the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, humanity is on the verge of one of the greatest public health achievements in history. As we heard earlier this morning from our President Ian, over the partnership's 30 years of existence, we have lowered the number of annual polio cases from 350,000 across 125 countries to, what did we hear? What was the number? It was 3 until last week, 5 cases in just one country. Who knows what country it is?
Afghanistan.
What's the one country? Afghanistan. The scale and progress is unmatched across global health and disease eradication efforts. Every year, we are reaching more and more children. 3 years ago, national immunization campaigns in Pakistan reached 75% of the children. In 2017, they reached 95%. We've almost achieved our goal with a reduction in global polio caseload of 99.9% reduced. Without our polio eradication effort, more than 16 million people who are currently healthy and walking would have been paralyzed by this virus. And the benefits of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative are also clear, not only for the future of global health, but also for the future of sustainable development. 4 out of 5 people live in regions now certified as polio-free. Many of these people have grown up in a world free from polio. And together, we can make theirs the reality for everyone. With the end of polio, we will be better prepared to fight other pandemic threats, and developing countries will reap the benefits of a better health infrastructure, enabling them to invest in sustainable growth to counter the insecurity that feeds off of poverty and disease. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative will avoid the mistakes made in the aftermath of the only other human disease eradicated in history. What is that? What was the only other? Smallpox. Back in 1980, you didn't think this was an audience participation talk, did you? It's a test. Once eradicated, the assets from that effort quickly disappeared as the program ramped down. The global health community has an obligation to ensure that benefits from more than 30 years of work to eradicate polio are preserved and applied towards future health efforts. That is why the Global Polio Eradication Initiative is already supporting countries as they develop an important transition plan to transfer expertise, tangible assets, and lessons learned from the polio program to benefit other health challenges and emergencies. The initiative is already building a legacy of infrastructure and partnerships that will support the fight against infectious disease long after polio is gone. And I hope it's gone soon. In fact, an estimated 1/3 of the cold chain capacity to distribute vaccines in sub-Saharan Africa was created by the Polio Eradication Program. The influence of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative can also be credited for what the World Health Organization described as Nigeria's world-class polio public health response to thwart the Ebola virus in 2014. When Ebola struck, Nigeria was prepared thanks to the infrastructure developed to fight polio with cutting-edge GPS and surveillance technology to track cases, a network of laboratories to test blood samples, and hundreds of well-trained health workers to treat patients and control the Ebola virus. So, my friends, polio eradication and the partnership that achieved it will prove to be an outstanding return on investment. It may cost over $11 billion to end the disease, but eradicating polio will save us up to $50 billion in reduced health care costs, and low-income countries account for 85% of this savings. That, my friend, is the power of partnership. That is what can be achieved when we connect our grassroots knowledge and feet on the ground to tools, talents, and resources of like-minded business and governments. The sustainable development goals may be lofty, but they are well within our reach if we work together. That's why I'm asking you to hang in there. When Rotary started its Polio Plus program in 1985, many experts said it couldn't be done. They thought a non-profit organization wouldn't have the skills, determination to take on the challenge and see it through to its conclusion. But that's exactly what we're doing. And that is, my friends, the blueprint, the proof of concept that I hope will spur many more initiatives to build healthier, more equitable world tomorrow. And that is the magic of Rotary's partnership. Thank you very much for your time and for sharing. Have a good afternoon.